How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of age beer. I'm assuming age beer in the form of Pipeworks Brewing. It is their one glove, one oven mitt. This be an Imperial Stout brewed with Sriracha Ace, okay, vanilla beans, and fermented oak spirals. 9.5%. And yeah, they say on the back side here, it says there are times you just gotta make do with what you have. Whether that be one glove and one oven mitt in inclement weather, or a bike instead of a car with heat, or just has to work. And oddly enough, sometimes it works better than you guess. We believe this stout brewed with vanilla Sriracha Ace hops when aged on oak spirals works far beyond just getting it done. If you've ever been down a metaphorical glove in Chicago, this is the perfect solution. Stop. And they basically talk about how it has sediment, live yeast, and all that fun stuff. So anyway, I saw this at a local bottle shop, and I was like, okay, Pipeworks. And I look at the price, and I'm like, oh, okay, semi-barrel aged stout from Pipeworks for $10.70. I'm like, what's the trick here? I believe this is from 2017. It says here on the side, 2017 Pipeworks. I don't know if that's going to say, hey, this is bottles from 2017. They could certainly have bought a bunch of labels and rotated them out, so it could be a bit older. But we're going to go by the assumption of the dust that was on the bottle in combination with we don't really get Pipeworks out this way, and I think we got some a little bit here and there at one time or another. We're going to call this a 2017 bottle. So there you go. Sriracha Ace and a stout. That's their whole thing. That's how I think where they're going with this, with the whole kind of it's not just doing what you need to do, it just oddly works together. That's my guess on the whole thing, so we'll see what's what. Label-wise, it's cool, you know. Guess what? There's one glove, one oven mitt, and there's a bicycle, and there's footprints and snow. So, yeah, I mean, she looks like a stout, rich mahogany, kind of getting that from the edge down the bottom. You guys probably can't see that. Tight, compact, super thin, kind of what I like my coffee look like colored head, maybe more malt bally, dissipating relatively quickly. So she looks like a big old stout, 9.5%. See if we get a nose. I don't know if I'm going to hate this beer or I'm going to love it. Definitely has some oxidation going on. Let's look at this cap. Yeah, it's a little bit of a telltale little oxidation, kind of funkiness up the top there. We'll see what's what. As far as this bottle goes, let me see. So yeah, it definitely has some time on it. You're not going to be able to see it, but there's a little bit of a ring showing some time. So it definitely has a couple of years on it at minimum. And it's kind of weird. It's got this slightly minty component to it. I'm going to attribute that to a combination of a couple different things. Maybe the hop, how Sriracha Ace kind of ages, but also kind of like inherently happens sometimes yeasty-wise in stouts, but also that little bit of oxidation does not hurt. But there's chocolate. There's like this milk chocolate. There's a little bit of soft oakiness. There's vanilla in here. Multiple levels of chocolate in it. Slight little mintiness in combination with that kind of oxidation. Smells pretty interesting, actually. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, past its prime. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you're not really getting much off it. Baker's chocolate, a lot of bittering notes. The oxidation isn't super criminal on it, but the beer has just kind of lost a little bit of luster. I don't think Sriracha Ace hops are meant for long haul aging of beer. You do get a soft little tannin from that oak, so that's quite nice. A little bit of vanilla is fun. Yeah, it's very mild. I wouldn't say it's a negative beer, but it's soft. It's roasty. That little touch of vanilla. The minty thing is still a little bit there. I'm assuming that's a Sriracha Ace kind of coming in, ghost of hops past kind of thing floating around. It's not negative. The oxidation isn't criminal. It's actually less than I thought it was going to be based off of the nose. It just drinks more like a 4.5 to 5.5% porter, roasty porter now, than more than an Imperial Stout. You do get the stickiness from the beer, so it kind of gives you this idea that it's a bigger beer, but it's lacks the sweetness that would come with that. I don't mind it. It's actually kind of tasty in its own weird way. It's kind of one of those things, if you're big into like long haul aging of beer, I think you kind of dig on this. But it was totally worth the $11 to take a flyer on it. You're talking about, 3-year-old weirdo Sriracha Yeast hopped Imperial Stout vanilla. I had to find out. I'm not peeved I bought it. It's a funny kind of experience. I'll throw a cap on it, sip it a couple times over the weekend to see if it changes for me. But I don't know if I go out and buy it again. Let's put it that way. But also, I believe this is a rotational beer, too. So I'm kind of curious to see what the newer ones are. Or this might be one of their kind of rotational kind of like fuck with beers. So it might not be the same beer over and over again. We'll see what's what. Anyway, let's talk about it. Is this one of the better adjunct aged Imperial Stouts that I've had as of late? No. It's on the outside looking in, but it's a fun experience, and I think that's what aging beer half the time is all about. I mean, if you strike gold with a super awesome kind of ageable beer, fantastic, but if not, the experience is fun nonetheless. Valued availability, like I said, $11. Picked it off the shelf. I can get more if I wanted to, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like aged beer, that's where this one goes. Because I don't want to poop on it and say it's a bad beer. It's not. But it's not what you expect based off the label. So, some people might just pick this beer up, not really even pay attention to the dating on this, and go, this beer tastes nothing like what it should. Well, it is, a couple years old. And, like I said, it wasn't a home run of a beer. It was a fun little journey. And, that's what beer's all about. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing a whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Pipeworks right now. Almost forgot the name of the brewery. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.